Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Saturday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, truth be told, it's actually Friday afternoon. You guys, I'll be downloading this Saturday morning, and you'll be watching it Saturday morning at 4 a.m. But I really need to share this story with you guys. Over the last 3 or 4 days, I've kind of gone through the phases of grieving. I forgot, I don't know exactly what they are, anger, denial, and all that stuff. I've gone through anger. I'm in a phase right now where I'm trying to, like the serenity prayer, accept the things that I cannot change the things I can, and have the wisdom to know the difference. That's the phase I'm in now. Okay, you guys can see I got a haircut, and I've talked about my MAGA barber. If you search on my channel, you'll find every time I go to get my haircut, I usually have a story about my MAGA barber. And I'm one of those people that have a hard time with change. This is the town I grew up in. I don't live there anymore, but it's a small town of maybe 7,000 people. 99% Caucasian, I would say. They voted for Trump overwhelmingly in this last election. I've been getting my hair cut there since I was a kid. It's a different barber now, of course. It's a guy about my age, and he is a hardcore MAGA fanatic. But I've always liked the job he's done, and the price was relatively good. It was $15. It's gone up to $20. I'm going to talk more about that in a second. But he has vastly differing views from me. Other than that, we're almost the same. We're both dudes with the same ideas about exercise and women and sports and stuff like that. But when it comes to political views, we're very different. I needed to get my hair cut, and I thought about this. I was like, this is not a good day to go get my hair cut, because I've done videos talking about this before. When I go into this barbershop, I am outnumbered by people that are honest. To be honest with you guys, they are spouting off racist nonsense almost every time I walk in there. It's usually a group of about 4 older white guys about my age or older, up to 70 or 80 years old, and you wouldn't, it's amazing some of the incredibly offensive things that a group of people like this will say when nobody else is around. And usually I could just, I just sit there and I'm quiet, and I don't, I just let it roll off and take it all in, and then I'll make a video about it next day. I should have known better to go there today. I have the attitude that I'm going to have to live with these people. I'm kind of in the acceptance phase right now. So that's the attitude I went in there with. As soon as I walked in, I swear to God, my barber, we'll call him Ricky, was just screaming nonstop. Trump, yeah, man, Trump, we're all gonna be rich. Swear to God, and there's other people, 2 or 3 other old guys, my age or older, getting their hair cut. And this is some of the stuff, and I'm ignoring them. I'm not showing any distaste, or I'm pretty sure he knows that I have a liberal YouTube channel. And we've never had any confrontations or arguments or anything. And they're talking about some of the stuff they were saying was that Trump should rip up the Constitution like Nancy Pelosi ripped up his speech. They said that it should be rewritten in the Constitution that women should not be allowed to be president, that women should not be allowed to vote. They should have, and they were totally 100% serious about this. They were just, all in agreement. Like, my barber said, I've never known a woman that wasn't 100% batshit crazy. That was his exact quote. So I'm just sitting there, I'm listening to this. I get in the chair, and he asked me what kind of haircut I want, right? And I start telling him I want it shaved on the sides. And this is the first time he ever did this. He starts arguing with me. So I usually show him a picture of the haircut I want, in my phone, a picture like the one he did last time, so he'll remember. And right away he says, I don't like that. I don't like that picture. It was a picture of me, a haircut he did. And he's like, I don't like that. He wanted to do a more conservative haircut, so he didn't want to shave it down the sides. He says, I don't like doing that. I don't like doing this part here. And he was actually, his point was that ghetto people have haircuts like this. That's what he was getting at. He's never done this before. All right, so I'm insisting. I'm like, this is my haircut, and this is the way I want it. This is, and he finally cut it this way. All through the visit, There's about 4 or 5 guys in there. There was one lady, and all of them were just spouting off nonsense, nonstop, misogynistic, sexist, racist nonsense. Some of the stuff they were saying wasn't even true. They were talking about his speech, Trump's speech at 2:30 in the morning, and I did a video about that. I was actually live, not live, but I did a video right at 2:30 when Trump was on my TV set. And so I watched this speech, and the stuff they were saying was bull. They're saying that in that speech, Trump said he was gonna kick everybody out of the White House and take it over, and they started talking about how Trump's already talked to all the world leaders. I thought that was bull, but apparently I'm not. I don't know. I'm on the news. Apparently him and Putin have been talking already. I'm trying to come to grips with this. I'm trying to. I'm gonna have to live with the other Americans for the foreseeable future. So I'm just trying to accept the things that I cannot change. Here's the thing that really bothered me, though, and I think he was serious when he said this. As I was leaving, he tried to make amends, kind of. He's like, Daryl, he's like, seriously, Daryl, take it easy, take care of yourself. Because he always says, dude, it's so cool. I'm so proud of you for being clean and sober. Me being clean and sober for 18 years. He says, keep up the good work. And then he's kidding around with another guy standing there. And he goes, Daryl, he says, mark my words, we're all going to be making a lot more money. More gas and food and meat are going to be cheap, and we're all going to be making a lot more money. Now check this out. His price is $20 for a haircut. And I've always tipped this guy big. I've tipped him $5 to $10. What's that? Like 25 to 50% tip. Seriously, every time. I give him a big tip. And he actually says this, and he's serious. He goes, Daryl, we'll all be making a lot more money, so you can give me a bigger tip next time. He actually says that to me. And the other guys, all his MAGA buddies aren't giving him a penny for a tip. And that right there kind of broke the straw, was the straw that broke the camel's back. I was like, I cannot come back in this barbershop again. I cannot do this again. The whole time I was sitting there in that chair, and there was just like 4 or 5 people around me. It felt like I was in an enemy camp. The stuff they were saying was just over the top. Like the stuff about women. And I can't even hint at what they were saying about minorities. I can't even hint the words they were using, swear to God. And I was trying to tolerate it, but I can't. I just can't go there again. And that was what broke the camel's back, the thing about giving him more money. Unbelievable. All right, that's the video for today. I'll be back later with another video. You guys have a good Saturday.